This is Dr. Blake Bloxham for Hair Restoration Tour. So in this quick video, we're going to talk about PCOS and hair loss. So PCOS is a very common endocrinological condition. It comes from basically cysts that are growing on the female ovaries. And what this does, because the ovaries are such a powerhouse for female hormones in the body, what PCOS does is it sort of alters the normal production of these, and it really throws the hormone profile off balance. So in females that typically have a higher amount of the estrogen base, the female hormones, and a lower amount of the androgen base, the male hormones, PCOS sort of throws us out of whack. So you get a reduction in the female typical hormones and an increase in the male typical hormones. And what this can do is it can set off hair loss. And it sets off hair loss that's sort of similar to what we see in men that have a very classic genetic male hair loss. So the question that was asked about PCOS specifically, the reason I'm making this video, is because somebody had asked at Hair Restoration Tour, is PCOS hair loss permanent? So it does not have to be. Sometimes we can see hair loss in PCOS just because the hormonal profile is so out of whack, but it's affecting a female that wouldn't have hair loss otherwise. If that's the case, someone like an endocrinologist can go in there, sort of balance things out, maybe supplement hormones where we need to, and probably normalize a lot of what we're seeing on top. Now, if you have a female patient who does have some genetic predisposition to hair loss, specifically that hormonal driven hair loss that may be slightly more like a genetic male hair loss, if that individual develops PCOS and starts to exhibit signs of hair loss from that, there's a chance it could be permanent. There's a chance that it was going to happen regardless of the PCOS because of this just genetic predisposition, but the PCOS sort of kicked it off faster, and this could be permanent. Now, this doesn't mean it still can't be improved. This doesn't mean that this patient may not be a candidate for replacing the hair through something like a hair transplant, but in this instance, it's more likely to be permanent. So to answer the question, PCOS hair loss, is it permanent? Sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. If you believe you're suffering from PCOS hair loss, make sure you're seeing that endocrinologist, and then after everything is sort of settled there, you should probably talk to someone who specializes in hair loss, like some of the individuals at Hair Restoration Tour.